My mom took it hard. Just something we had to live with. I mean, that's what victims do. They just try to live their life, but there's something missing, you know. Now, I know that my dad was murdered with a shot right between the eyes of like a .22 rifle. So these kids were just hell-bent for causing problems.
Back in '94, the summer of '94, they came down from Boston as runaways, really. They basically had no money to get back home. Their first thing was to, hey, you know, let's rob somebody, and they went ahead and picked a house out with an elderly gentleman. They went and broke in, and the elderly gentleman challenged them, actually. And that's when Floyd's co-defendant pulled the trigger, and a gun he was carrying that he was actually asked not to carry by both of the other two, both Floyd and his other co-defendant.
I was convicted and sentenced in 1994 and for first-degree felony murder, attempted armed robbery, and armed burglary of an occupied dwelling. And I was being young, you know, I didn't really understand the trouble we were in for several months, really. Even at that point, I didn't think I would get life, but I knew I was going to spend a lot of years in prison. I asked the judge just to go ahead and give me the death penalty. That way it would just get it over with. And then she sentenced me to 2 natural lives and 30 years. When I first got out, I really didn't go too far from this area right here, you know, because I didn't really know anywhere around here, you know, and not used to the going places, you know, so it took a few days to realize that I could just go down the street and hang out at the park or whatever. You know, I wake up sometimes in the middle of the night and, you know, still can't believe that I'm out.
Clippings. When my mom was alive, she had written me this little letter. And then this is my picture of my dad. This is dated 2 days after it happened. This is Thursday, June 9th, '94. It starts off with the heading, "Teen murder suspects laugh their way into the spotlight," and then when it says, "See friends," page 7, it's got the rest of the article where it says, "Friends of victims slain at home, angry, frustrated." To me, I think it was just an arrogance about the whole damn thing, you know? They could give two shits, you know? It's like, and that's why I tell you, I don't have no sympathy for him. And there's LaFountain's face. You can see that guy, that kid right there. Who are they to take a jury verdict and change it because now, after all these years, they deem it unconstitutional? That's the frustration. It really is. Commit murder and then go free down the road. That's crazy.
I know there's nothing I could ever say to convince them to feel that way, and I don't blame them a bit. You know, if someone did that to my parents, I don't know if I would ever be able to forgive them, you know, but all I can do is just let people see my actions of what I do while I'm out here now and into the future, and know that I'm a different person than I was then. You know. Let the actions speak for themselves, I guess.
Do you think you should be forgiven for this?
Yeah, I do, because I know I'm a good person, you know, and I would never do anything like that again. I didn't mean to do anything like that then. What we did was pretty horrible. Sometimes I feel I don't deserve a second chance, really.
Don't lose touch.
No, I won't. I'm still talking to Deborah
And if you find yourself
Pastor Clyde and
needing to cry out for help, all that pride is standing in the way.
yeah,
We're always here. Okay?
appreciate it.
All right. All right.
I know I've done some horrible stuff, but I've done a lot of good things too, so Maybe it just balanced out in my favor this time around. I don't know.